Hi. So, can't remember if I did anything for episode 3. I don't think I did.
Don't get me.
I'm not. So, episode 3, trippy, etc. It's funny, because that episode 3 is fairly evocative of other Doctor Who stories. It's very Genesis of the Daleks. Same director. True that. Same director. Dave Maloney, I think. I'm reading a book about Mind of Evil at the moment, so I'm very up on, and Bernard Hall, whatever his name is. So one could be unkind about episode 3 and say it's like Freaky Psychedelica 101, but it's not. It's very good, and it's very suspenseful, and I quite like the MacGyver-ish aspects of it. I'd completely forgotten what happened in episode 4, because I've seen episode 4 as well. But after my last video, I made a crack on social media saying that I felt it was the season finale of the first 13 years of Doctor Who. And I'll be honest, because I'd forgotten what happened in episode 4 and the way it ratcheted up, and it did that trick that good television sometimes does, where at the start of episode 4 you kind of felt it was finished, though obviously it wasn't finished. And then it all ramped up. I have to say, I'll get critique out of the way first, the criticism out of the way first. The set design of the monolith poking out of the panopticon at the end left a little to be desired. In what was a very, very classily put together set design, I thought that was a pity. But that being said, this is just a class Doctor Who story. The dialogue is sublime, as good as any that we've seen throughout the whole of the programme. Spandrel and Engin are superb companion stand-ins, but not just so you're an archetypal person just to ask the Doctor questions. No, they were, very important for laying down the foundations of Time Sword Society, which has been rewritten in front of our very eyes. Barusa is fab, and really sort of, it's just totally, if you think about it, it's a very small cast, isn't it? Especially by this point in the story where so many people have been killed off. So Deadly Assassin is just phenomenal. And here's my final point. And the idea of it being the 13th, the season finale, I think is legit. I think the fact that Tom's walking around without his scarf on almost, it just seems like a bit of a washing clean. And I don't know if it was ever intended to be that sort of rewriting. Well, it's obviously a rewriting of things, but a resetting of things. Just a sort of deep breath before we carry on. So here's my thing. What a shame it wasn't Delgado. So Peter Pratt gives a fine performance as the Master. There is no doubt about it. But the more I've watched it, having watched everything in order, I really wanted it to be Delgado. What a moment that would have been. You would have had to slightly tinker with it here and there just to make that reveal pop. But my God, it would have popped. And it's obviously this would never have happened, because if Delgado hadn't died, he would have been in Pertwee's last season, and that would have rewritten the whole of what happened there. But can you imagine? Can you, for one brief second, just imagine what Delgado would have brought to that story? My gosh. Because he could have he would have been forced to replay the Master to be the antithesis of Tom. And what would that have been like? Because he did such a good job of doing that with Pertwee. I'm just too excited to even talk about that anymore. So what a fine story. So, a story I've never seen coming up next, and then I've got to buy the next DVD after that. Don't tell my wife. But it'll be worth it. But it'll be well worth it. Yeah, this can't last, can it? It can't last. I know we've had a little breather after Hand of Fear, but this has just been non-stop. The dog's, pyjamas for what seems like forever now. No wonder I fell in love with this era of Doctor Who when I became a fan. And there we go. Right.